Good evening,
Hello,
family.
I'm Rachel.
I'm looking at the wrong computer.
That's all right.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics. And then every Monday, we go live on Keto on the Couch, where we just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com. And that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week. So make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon. And that way, every single time we get a hotel room with a white wall or gray wall and not a yellow one, you'll be alerted to it.
Let us know if everything sounds good. We've got a different portable camera, different microphones. So
it's saying the bit rate's not great.
Yeah, but that I can't control that
we were a little worried.
Welcome to our Thursday night live stream. We have worked hard to try to get this live stream off. We are staying at a Universal hotel, and this is like the internet black hole. I think they purposely black out your phones. I don't know.
Wouldn't everybody want to share that
it's
they're
like
on vacation?
All of Orlando, it's the internet on your phones isn't the greatest. I think it's because there's so many people here. It's just using it up. So we paid the extra $10 for the faster internet here in the hotel. And even that was giving us a hard time at first. I spent like 20 minutes on the phone with like the Lowe's, which is who owns Universal Studios, tech support, and then they reset a bunch of stuff and got us going.
Oh my gracious. I even tried to just FaceTime my mama to see like, hey, look at the hotel, look at our bed. Do you do that when you get to a hotel?
That door's not closed.
Do you like to share like, hey, look at our hotel room? Like I tried to FaceTime her, would not work.
Yeah.
Did not want to show. Like,
you want to lock that door?
Well, I like to invite people in.
Yeah,
I just like to invite them in.
Preventing the door from closing.
There you go.
So yeah, it is Thursday night, and we decided to take a Sabbath day tomorrow. So tomorrow is like are you having a hard time there?
It is.
We're gonna take the day off tomorrow. We're gonna go to the water park because all the schools are getting out next week, so it's gonna get busy. And with our annual passes, they give you like a 30 to 50% off on these hotels.
So we'll take it.
Like the last day you could even do that is in the next couple of days. So we decided to take advantage of it, come up here, stay here just for the night, and then go home tomorrow.
It was so beautiful. We got to go out to Texas de Brazil, although I was crying. It was supposed to be like a nice surprise from Joe to me. And instead I was just sad because we were here 2 weeks ago with everybody that was going on the cruise. So It was like just me and him together. I felt like so like lonely because we weren't with everybody, but what really peppered the night, it was so beautiful, was all of the graduates that were having a big family get together at Texas de Brazil. And so I just went from table to table. Congratulations. I just wanted to make sure that we honored not just the graduate, but the families as well, right? Because it's not a solo mission when it comes to getting a kid out of high school or out of college, right? I mean, that's a family affair. So
a couple people said that it was fuzzy, but it says we are perfect on this end. So it could just be like, try refreshing your browser or something.
But this craptastic internet, I don't know.
Just letting you know. No, it says and I'm looking even on our stream, and we've got good internet. So if we're going to pick the winner in a little while for the element giveaway.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done that, head on over to the video from last Thursday and just leave a comment. We're going to go pick a winner. Remember, you have to live in the United States for the winner. But we ordered more of this for ourselves. So when I placed my order, I got another one of those 8-packs. So we're going to do 2 of the second place prizes. So one box of this for the first place. And then we've got 2 of those 8-packs because I ordered
flavors.
Extra.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the comments here. We don't really have a topic. If you're new to our channel, the way we like to work the Thursday night live streams
Ask us anything.
Ask us any kind of keto questions within limits. Ask us anything. Is there a limit? Any kind of keto questions or anything, we're happy to answer them. If you really want to make sure we see, you can use the super chat function. That's a little $ that's in the chat window. And we'll start getting into some of the chat here. Renee said she really wants to try that grapefruit.
Oh, it is good. It is a true grapefruit. If you are a fan of the fruit, you will find it delicious. Like I was pleasantly surprised. And grapefruit is like key lime pie. If you grew up in South Florida, it's like we're very like snotty about our key lime pie and our grapefruit flavors because it's everywhere here.
Anthony said, internet is out here. Watching on my phone, been going on 3 hours. Does anyone remember what I did before internet? I know, right?
I get absolutely ticked off. I was trying to just post something on Instagram. I'm trying to be more diligent about keeping up with that and answering questions that may come through Instagram. I could not like get it to work. And we were on our way to eat dinner and Joe's like, baby, you're going to have to just let it go because it's going to ruin your steak. Yo, we're going to have perfectly cooked steak and perfectly bad attitude. So I was like, you know what? You're right. And I put it away and it was like, if it didn't get posted, it didn't get posted.
Yeah. Sometimes we beat ourselves up a lot if we don't get to emails or if we don't get something posted or if a video is late, but we're trying to learn. It's okay. I want to take my own advice of it's okay to not be 100%. Strive for perfection, but no, you're never going to achieve it.
We're striving.
And, it's the same thing with like emails. We get messages from people that'll be like, oh, you haven't answered my email. But remember, we're working 3 jobs plus this.
I was so aggravated though. Some things I'll be friends with somebody and like a follower on Instagram, and sometimes it'll still send it to like a different message group, like it won't be primary or something.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's very frustrating. So somebody that I'm friends with and have been for a while, I randomly got a picture she sent me from like May 15th. And I was like, yo, it is the 26th. Where the heck did this thing go?
Yeah, I saw Renee's post. Renee said, I hate dentists. My blood pressure goes to 166/99 and higher when I'm there. She had a whole post. I saw it on Facebook, and she was like, and then the dentist like, if we have this problem the next time, I'm not going to be able to work on you. And it's like, going to the dentist is a stressful thing. I know.
You know what? I was even having trouble getting into the Two Crazy Ketos Facebook family group this evening. But the one thing that came up, Renee, was pictures of your 2 fur babies together. And I was like, you know what? If there's only one flipping picture that's going to load today, at least it's the one of the fur babies from Renee because they're adorable.
Defense Wiz said, I've been going through my box of Element like it's my job and my tournament so far this summer. Humid as heck.
It is like at the pool, I was looking up like what is the temperature, and it was only 87 degrees, and I was like,
yeah, but what was the feels like temperature?
That's the thing. It doesn't provide that in Instagram because it was like hot as snot.
Well, it's getting down.
Well,
now,
the sun is going down, but like 87 degrees, I'm like, you lying. It ain't even 87 degrees. It's got to be 110.
I'm curious. Of course, the
I was going to say,
work, so,
it's just a complete like loading. It's like bonanza over there.
I meant to say, I saw a couple things in our Facebook group about people saying that Redmond is taking a long time to ship. So I reached out to them. I talked to her this morning, and I said, hey, what's going on with shipping? Because you guys have always been really good. And she said they changed over their system, and they started getting a bunch more orders, and people are learning it, and they're in the process of hiring a bunch of people, adding onto their staff for shipping and stuff. She said, bear with them. They are running about 2 weeks behind on shipping right now, but they're working on getting it fixed as quickly as possible.
It is great big salt and a little tiny company.
Yes, you got to remember, it's a very small company. When I say small, if I remember right, it's like 11 guys. Or no, not even that many. I think it was, that do all of the mining for all of the salt. And that's not just the salt we consume, but that's the salt that they supply for roads. That's all of the farming salt. So it is, I think if I remember right, when we were talking to them last year when we were there, there's only like 80 people in the entire company.
Well, the fact that the little baby Redmond
Don't quote me on that number, but it's in that area.
They're by hand.
Yes.
Filled. So, yeah.
So you are supporting an American small company when you buy from Redmond. Also, best recommendation I can give you is the fastest way to get it is if it's not in stock, like in a local store, is ordering it from them. When you buy it from Amazon, a lot of like the Relight and stuff, it's getting shipped from them to you. So you're adding on to it.
It's like Keto Chow. You would much prefer to like order from Keto Chow directly.
Yes.
Versus
Amazon.
Amazon.
Especially if somebody's offering free shipping. Like if you want to buy Keto Chow, I would never tell you to go buy it on Amazon because you're paying more money for it. And the only thing is you may get it a day or two faster, but you're paying more money and it doesn't support Keto Chow as much because it costs them more money to put it there.
Right.
So if you want to support a small business and they sell on Amazon, check their website first. And if you have something like Keto Chow where they offer free shipping now, there's really no reason not to go through their website. Plus, when you go through their website, you can use our link and save 10% more.
Tanya's saying, I love the citrus element, so I know I love the grapefruit. Yes, because the citrus one was my go-to one until the grapefruit came out. Now, I still use the citrus, but the grapefruit one is really delicious.
Renee said, my oral surgeon told me to nix my current way of eating and stick to oatmeal bananas for the next few days. Why? To lower your blood pressure? That is not going to lower your blood pressure.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure is not going up. Sorry, we are not doctors or health professionals. Let's get that out of the way. Your blood pressure is not going up because of your way of eating. Your blood pressure is going up because you are stressed from going to the dentist, and nothing is going to help that unless you can meditate the stress out.
Well, your body is responding to a fight or flight situation. Like I'd almost rather be chased by a lion than go to the dentist most of the time.
Jenna said, Joe, what do you think of the Perfect Keto Electrolytes? They're okay. I'm just not a fan of the flavor as much.
It really comes down to that.
They only have a couple flavors unless they've added something that I don't know. They were really sweet for me. But I'm just not a fan of the flavors as much. And again, it's another one. I don't know the source of their salt and stuff. And that's important to me.
I still wish that Element would use Redmond.
So I did find, Element doesn't use Redmond, but I did find out that, and it's okay, but not as good as Redmond. They are getting their salt through solution mining, which is from an underground mine. But what they do is you drill a hole in the mine in the earth. So it's not like seawater salt.
Right.
But you drill a hole in the earth. And the guy from Redmond was actually telling us this because the mine that Redmond has spans a long way, but some of it is way too deep for them to actually underground manually mine. So what you do is they drill a hole deep down, kind of like drilling for oil.
Okay.
And then they flood that with water. And then the water comes up, which now absorbs the salt. The salt goes into the water. The water comes up, and then they dehydrate that water or basically get the water gone to end up with salt. So that's where Element gets their salt. That is my understanding because I messaged them about it. It's not as good as Redmond, but it's close to it. I don't know where the salt comes from for Perfect Keto. And I love Perfect Keto, but for me, salt is important. And so I want a good quality. Is it coming from the ocean? Is it coming from Pakistan? Where is it coming from? So Debbie said, grapefruit sounds delicious.
It's good.
Let's see. Julie said, is diet tonic with Sir? I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure.
Is diet tonic okay on keto? It really is going to depend. If you're asking about tonic water, the only tonic water I would drink on keto would be the Zevia one.
Yeah, Zevia has the little baby ones.
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn, thank you.
Juju said, hey, Joe, read your shirts. Life is good.
Life is good.
Yes. Oh, Lynn, thank you very much for the $19.99 super chat. Said, I'd like to hear about Rachel's skin routine. Your skin always looks so good. Well, we can do a video on that.
Yeah, we'll make a video.
You want to briefly touch on
that? Yeah, I am. I'm a huge fan of the clay masks. I use those a lot. Redmond has like the clay mask, what is it, Benedite? I always say it wrong. Clay, but I really like them. Now they have the silver in it too, and I just brush it on and then let it sit and wash it off. But I use that at least once a week, usually twice a week. I also enjoy the salt scrubs that we got when Key West has kind of made them popular. But those little salt scrubs to make sure like you exfoliate properly. And then
but it's not like you have a really fancy.
I do not have a fancy routine. I do like to get sun in. I know that's usually the opposite, right?
Sun is important.
But the sun, I feel like has been, now that I do not use suntan lotion anymore.
You're going to get us in trouble.
I know we're going to get in big trouble, but I've got to be honest, right? We just stopped using suntan lotion, and I do go to the dermatologist. I have in the past had to have different things burnt off my face.
When you were using suntan lotion.
When I was using suntan lotion. And so since I don't use it anymore, I have not had it. I've never had to go back and get anything else burnt off.
Yeah.
I do have like a mole here, but it's just, they said it's just like an ugly freckle.
So Loretta wants to know, what is the most popular flavor of these electrolytes? That is really subjective.
I think it really
I can tell
ranges.
you what my favorites are.
Probably not the hot ones.
So with Element, my favorite is now the grapefruit, and I really like the orange. And the watermelon is pretty good, but I like the Redmond watermelon better.
Yeah.
Redmond, I love the mango. I love the strawberry. I love the watermelon. And I like the pina colada. I like pretty much the only flavor of the Redmond one I don't like as much as the mixed berry. But I'm not a mixed berry in anything.
I'm rarely a mixed berry.
It's okay. It's just not one I ever order. Like if I were to get a sample pack from them, or if they send me some samples, I would, if there was nothing else, I would drink it. But they have so many great flavors. I don't need to buy that flavor. And it's kind of like I think with the Element, like it's the same thing for me for the raspberry. The raspberry is good, but it's not like in my top
my favorite,
3, so I don't need it.
But no raspberry.
But there's people who said they love that lemon habanero.
Yes.
And I was like, ew, this is gross.
Now we do have coming up in an upcoming vlog, we did use it with cooking our eggs.
Yes.
The spicy
it changed
one.
The texture of the eggs.
It did change the texture of the eggs. It made the eggs feel a lot more like a sous vide egg. Don't you think? It was, I don't know. It was softened it.
It was made them really soft.
It really changed it.
Jackie said, do you know if shooting a drop of iodine in a shot of water will break a fast? No, it will not. That's it's not calories or anything like that. There's no fat. It's not gonna up your
it's a harsh taste.
It's not gonna cause your insulin to go up or anything like that.
It can be kind of a harsh taste though.
Okay, so Gentry wants to know, when doing keto carnivore, was urinating more frequent at night?
Yes.
Depends on what your salt intake, what your water intake is, what time do you eat. I'm getting old, so I tend to have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, but I try to hold it because once I get up, I'm up for the night. But I can tell you, when we started incorporating more salt and drinking more water and regulating our sleep a little bit better, I found I can go all night. Whereas it used to be like 2 o'clock in the morning, like clockwork. But as you start working on your circadian rhythm and getting into a good sleep routine and going to sleep by 10:30, 11 o'clock, which is late for most people, but early for us.
Right.
I know people are going to think 11 o'clock. I've been sleeping for 3 hours at that point. I would love to get to that point. Maybe once we're completely done with the church, we can get to that point. But my average bedtime was 1 or 2 in the morning, and now it's 11. So that's a huge accomplishment. And I find I don't have to get up in the middle of the night. It
kind of makes sense that if we gave our bodies clear signals as to when is the beginning of the day, when is the end of the day, when are we supposed to be sleeping, when are we supposed to be up and around, then probably we would have our systems respond to that properly, right? Like it makes sense. It's kind of like, when you're trying to get a baby on a sleep schedule, we would be a terrible baby, right? Like I would not want adult Joe and adult Rachel as a baby.
Oh no.
Right? Because you can't ever count on it. It's terrible.
Okay, Betsy, good question. Did I hear correctly that we should drink our electrolytes with a meal? It is up to you. So some of us can suffer from the cephalic insulin response. So what is that? It's that when you taste something sweet, your body will temporarily release a little bit of insulin because it thinks it's getting sugar. Now, does that reaction last a long time? No. Once your body goes, oh no, I didn't get any sugar, it goes away. But that can cause the release of insulin. If you were doing that all day long, that could affect your weight loss. Some people can get away with it. Some people can't. The problem is there's no real way of testing whether or not you're suffering from a cephalic insulin response because we don't have a way to test our insulin at home. So for me, it's kind of better said than sorry. If you're first getting started on keto, you can get away with a lot more than when you've been doing it for a long time, or when you get much closer to your goal weight. When I first started keto, I drank 150 ounces of Diet Coke a day. I can't do that anymore. If I do that now, like I bloat up like a balloon and start gaining weight, drinking Diet Coke. So things are different 5 years in. What I do is I try to drink water, I will try to have my electrolytes with the meal if I'm drinking flavored ones, the ones that are sweetened with stevia. And then I do have a cutoff. Like I'm having one right now because we're going to go to the pool after the live stream anyway. But usually by like 9 o'clock, I'm done drinking any kind of electrolytes if they have stevia in them, because I don't want to be having that insulin response right before going to bed.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay. Okay. So here's Julie's question. Is diatonic bad if it contains saccharin or sucralose? Sucralose is kind of like up to you. How do you feel about sucralose? I'm okay with sucralose. Some people are like, it's a hot topic. So it really comes down to you.
I love hot topic.
Yes. Let's talk about saccharin. Sweet and low. Okay. Which is like saccharin.
My mom grew up with that, man. It was Tab with like the pink, like sweet and low and everything in the tea and everything.
So they say that if we ever had a nuclear war, the only thing that would survive are rats and cockroaches. And sweet and low kills rats and cockroaches.
Wow.
So what does that say to you?
It says 1987 to me. I mean, it was 1987.
Nice.
That was all. I mean, with the sweet and low, it was all about the 80s. We've changed a lot since then.
If a rat or a cockroach would survive a nuclear war and sweet and low is known to kill them, what was it doing to us?
What's in there?
Right? So that's we'll leave it at that. Let's see. Defense Wiz said,
hey, Defense Wiz.
With the sale that's happening, I ordered Perfect Keto Electrolyte because the cost was great. I'll let you know when I use it for my beach volleyball tournaments. I have good hope. Yeah, we've had them before. They're just not my favorite.
Right.
And since they all come down to be about the same price, I go by what I like the most. If you're looking to save the most amount of money on electrolytes, Redmond Relight in the tub using our discount code, because that's going to get you 15% off. I'm talking about flavored.
Yeah.
Just flavored with stevia, like powdered drinks. The Redmond in a tub using our discount code will be the cheapest you're going to find. In the sticks, it's more money. And then, of course, Element is more money. Element doesn't give us a discount code. They just give us a coupon link that gets you a free 8-pack.
Right.
And the cheapest way to get Element would be 4 boxes at a time on a subscription.
Oh, Tanya had her first Keto Chow ice cream today.
That's so awesome.
What'd you say? Also, I discovered I like warmed Keto Chow. Yes. I think that warmed Keto Chow, and you have such a variety of flavors, makes the best hot chocolate drink. But then like I will drink the raspberry cheesecake hot. I will drink the Irish cream hot. It's not technically hot chocolate, but I think it tastes really good hot.
I think it's good. Monica said, hey, beautiful people, it's always such a delight to watch and listen to you. Thank you for all you do.
Thanks for being here, Monica.
I saw another one. Pam said, I went to an event last night, was able to pass on the rolls and both desserts they offered. Even though one was my favorite, I focused on the Keto Chow Creamy I had when waiting at home. Thank you, Keto family. That's like what happened with us when we went out to eat the other day with the staff, right?
Yes. So bless our heart. We had such a lovely time. And it was like we have kind of like some quarterly staff dinners where we just kind of get together and everybody that's in every different ministry of the church fills up. And I remember that when there was like 4 or 5 of us, and now there's 30 of us. Like that was such a beautiful thing to see. And it's very bittersweet because it'll be Joe and my last staff dinner, but it was really beautiful. And so in their best effort to try to get something for us that we could eat, they had steak, of course, but there was a flourless chocolate cake. Now, the only thing is it still had sugar in it. So we
made the whipped cream because we found out that they did not have sugar. The whipped cream had 0 sweetener because they said that you do no sweetened whipped cream to cut the acidity and the bitterness of chocolate cake.
Right.
Which I thought was interesting.
It was very interesting. But
Give it super chat.
But it was still like, you know, I wanted to eat it just to say thank you, but then I didn't want to feel yucky. So we just shared it with the rest of our table. Like, y'all eat 2 pieces if you want. But it's always feels like a victory when you see something beautiful like that and you can still say no.
Yeah. N1 Uno 1965.
Hi.
Thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat. Said suggestion for ice trays that make ice columns to fit in a standard water bottle. I like my Relight very cold.
I like that idea.
I have never seen anything like that. Let's see. We need to find somebody to make that.
Definitely. You know,
that is an awesome idea.
Our daughter, Michelle, I'll have to post it because she did a beautiful job, has started making like the electrolyte popsicles using one of those regular like molds where you get like a popsicle mold, like a silicone mold, and she just pours the electrolytes right into that. And let me tell you, it's South Florida summer. You better be prepared with an electrolyte popsicle. But that sounds like really cool. We'll have to try that.
Oh, wait, here's one.
Yeah. I see them right there. They have it's like a Lily's Home Silicone. That's a great thing. That's super cool.
I'm going to pull it up real quick.
Oh, okay.
That.
Until Joe's done.
You can talk.
I know, but I don't know what to say. So like, I'll just wait until you've got this up. Other than the fact that like, make sure you order us one too. Because it's super cute.
Here you go. I just found these on Amazon.
Boom.
It's $10.
Nice variety. It looks like you get 3 sets.
For 3 sets. And they make 11 by 4, 11 inch by 4.5 inch by 1 inch. So that's the tray.
Yeah.
And
1,
they
2,
are
3, 4,
like,
5, 6,
I don't know.
7,
They basically,
8,
it says
9,
it
10.
fits inside of a water bottle.
And they
ice
make
stick cube trays.
10 ice
or water
cubes.
Bottles. Yeah.
Times 3. So 30.
there you go.
That's nice.
We're going to add that to our cart right now.
Thank you.
Good. I've never thought about that. That's a brilliant idea.
Well, and I'm like that too. And I feel like.
Tina want to know, did we start early? Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. We just were afraid. The internet's been so wonky here. It was like when we saw that we had a go sign, let's just do it.
Okay, great question. Jamie said, I'm a bit uneducated on salt. What is the difference in quality of a generic brand of salt versus Redmond? There are lots of different types of salt. No salt, no 2 salts are the same. Some of them have the similar properties. You really want to be having a good mineral salt. It doesn't have to be Redmond, but you want a good mineral salt. So the next best would be like a pink Himalayan salt. If you can find real pink Himalayan salt.
Right.
A lot of the stuff that we see in the stores, especially when you get into Walmart or Ross or anytime you see it cheap.
Right.
A lot of times it's not real pink Himalayan salt.
So you can just put a pink Himalayan salt into water and just look and see, does everything evaporate, or do you just have like colored water? Because sometimes it's sad to say, but people will, companies will just color salt.
Let's just say this. Certain countries can make anything, right? They're really good at cloning stuff.
Yeah.
We'll let you figure out what countries we're talking about. But even there are companies, they say this is pink Himalayan salt, but it's not really pink Himalayan salt. It didn't come from the Himalayan. Real true pink Himalayan salt is from inside mines, and it's expensive because it's got to be flown here. But then even when you do get into pink Himalayan salt, what are the mining practices from where it came from? So when you buy Redmond, you're buying a good quality mineral salt from an underground ancient mine. It's from a United States company.
It's traveling just here.
It's only traveling here in the United States. So it's not any more money than a good quality salt. Stuff like with the little girl with the umbrella on that's just iodized salt. Stuff from the ocean, that means it's exposed to all of the stuff in the air and the pollution and stuff like that.
So Redmond, right away, because when we were at dinner the other night, we were doing a little Redmond taste test with like the regular table salt versus Redmond. And that's just a really fun thing to do. But the feedback that the people at the table gave us, and it was true for us, but we've been eating Redmond for so long now, but they said it's sweeter right from the get-go. They're like, wow, this got like a sweet taste to it, because Redmond doesn't take out any of the minerals. That's why even when you get it and you're looking inside of your shaker bottle, you're like, goodness, it feels like it's speckled with like different colors. It is. They don't take out any of the minerals. Yeah. They put it right in there.
Well, and here's the thing. Most farmers feed their animals Redmond. If you go to a local feed supply store, you'll see Redmond rocks everywhere. It's the same salt. It's just from a different part of the mine where they don't worry about the machinery. They blast in that part of the mine. Whereas in the human grade consumption or the human consumption part, they don't do any blasting or anything like that. But one of the things he was talking about, if you took pink salt, which is a really good quality salt, and you put it next to Redmond, he's like 100% of the time the animal chooses the Redmond.
Usually
he believes it's because of the
sulfur.
So.
Usually there's more sulfur in the pink salt.
Yeah.
And so they don't want that. It's just it's a smell thing.
Okay, so here you go. Debbie said my last order from Redmond took exactly 2 weeks, so I ordered again, and it took 1 week. Got an order today.
Oh, awesome. Good.
Yeah, I know she told me they are really working hard on it.
Yeah.
Betsy said someone in Dr. B's Patreon on Wednesday said they could relate getting off of opioids like I'm doing. If the person is here, could you message me, please?
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
Add a sprinkle of cayenne. Someone said that their favorite is mango from Relight. And Anthony said,
right.
A simple solution would be Redmond making a grapefruit Relight. You don't think I've already messaged her about that? And chocolate?
We've aggravated the poop out of them about chocolate because I really like chocolate electrolytes in my coffee, and I really want them to make a chocolate.
Yeah, Scott said, no, don't. Wrong one. Okay. I'm used to having all my screens.
Oh, Marie. Hi, Marie.
Scott said that he really likes the Element, but Redmond is so much cheaper, which I would agree.
And we do go through a lot of it.
Juju said, if you won't or can't tell me where it came from, that tells me all I need to know about a product.
Yeah.
That's kind of how
That's kind of how we feel. I mean, there's something about being in the Redmond mine, being there with the salt, like mining it out ourselves, being there where you can actually taste, if you'd like to, the oil that they're using to lubricate the machines that's bringing it out of the mine. I mean, their attention to detail, their quality control is like nothing I've ever seen.
Tanya said, perfect keto electrolytes. The tablets are very good, but the powders are not as good as Relight and Element.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of which, somebody had said asked a question that if you saw us in the Redmond mine and we licked the wall, they're like, I didn't need to see that. Like, is that...
Sorry.
That is not human grade section. Like we're not allowed. They don't take tours into any place where they have salt for human consumption.
I'm so sorry if we offended people with that.
So, and that's one of the big. They have a separate part of the mine for human consumption salt where they do no blasting. All of the excavation equipment is like stainless steel. The oils to lubricate the machine are edible. Not that you're actually getting that, but it's a just in case. They use human grade consumption oil. So he's like, it wouldn't taste good, but you could eat it. So they're that much into attention to detail.
We are always going to get kicked out of the Applebee's, Joe.
Danny said, does anyone know how to use your points from Perfect Keto on your order? Every time I try to use them, it removes the 40% off sale price. I don't know how they do that. A lot of companies do that, though. That's one of the things that like Bones Coffee does that. Like we would get points.
Ooh.
They would give us a thing. Like we had a code that if you purchase it, they just gave us points to get free coffee. And it's like anybody who buys Bones can get that. Like you sign up and you get, it's like a reward thing. You recommend it. But the thing is
Clout Coffee is back.
Is it?
Clout Coffee, the CLOUT coffee that we tasted for the first time in Omaha. I haven't seen them for a while, but I see that because they do like bourbon barrel coffee and other like whiskey barrel. It is good. And I saw it was back. I'm going to have to call them.
But the way the Bones does it is you cannot combine your reward points with a sale. So they'd be having a sale of like buy one, get one free, but you can't combine that with the reward points. So I don't know if Perfect Keto is
They know how I am at Marshall's, or not Marshall's, Michael's, how I'm trying to stack a coupon on top of a coupon on top of a coupon.
Okay, so Scott said, so no suntan lotion. What about going on a vacation? How do you avoid sunburn? So, my personal opinion is suntan lotions don't really help prevent sunburn. If they do, then why do I still see people get sunburn when they have suntan lotion on? Here's my thought about suntan lotion.
You can make your own.
That you can make your own, which we actually are going to be making a video on that when we get home. But there are so many known carcinogenic chemicals in suntan lotion. that I don't want to put them on my skin. The skin is the largest organ of your body. Anything you put on your skin is going in. So why do I want to put that on? So what do we do when I go to a water park? I buy, I wear the long sleeve. You see it in our last video when we went up here. I buy the long sleeve, very light drying shirts, and I'll put that on because that has got like the SPF. It'll protect me. We will use zinc, which mix it with a little bit of cocoa butter and some lotion. You can make your own that doesn't have all those carcinogenic chemicals. Wear a hat, but also the more you expose yourself to the sun, the less you burn. Like I never wear suntan lotion on. I am in the sun every single day. I spent 18 hours in the sun over the weekend. I am not burnt. I didn't even peel. I got a little red. The next day it turns to a tan.
Yeah, it's
and that's
amazing.
just because I'm always out in the sun.
And I am, and you see, I'm so much fairer than Joe.
Oh, okay. So Jen said, yeah, we're perfect keto. It's either use your points or use your discount.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jerry's here. Jerry and Patty, did you have such a big time on the cruise? I miss you guys already. I was seriously like upset at Texas Day Brazil. Joe's like, gosh, turn that frown upside down, lady. But I'm like,
Marie said, I like all the elements, but not a fan of the chocolate mint. The chocolate mint's good in coffee.
Yeah, that was good. And I had to revisit it.
Renee said, mixed berry is close to grape for me. Too cough syrup reminiscent.
I know. Mixed berry just does not light my fire. It's not Barry's fault. I feel like I like Dr. Barry so much that
Jason's here.
If he was an electrolyte, he'd be a different flavor than Barry.
See, like that's why I say taste is subjective. Like when you say what is the best flavor?
Fiesta flavors are awesome.
Jason loves a Fiesta flavor.
Hey, Jason.
We were like, I don't know about that.
Oh, Caboodle Brian and Karen.
Juju is here, said kiddo had her school play today. She wanted to go to rest, too far for me and my leg. Sent Hubs in the store to get non-keto dessert fixing she wanted. Had him get me strawberries to stay out of trouble.
That is awesome. Good. That's good. Make sure that this is such a great plan to make sure you had something for yourself. Sometimes I think that, if you just pass and you're like, oh, okay, none for me, but then you have nothing else for yourself, then you just like feel double deprived, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so go ahead and get some beautiful strawberries for yourself. That's nice.
Jason said, this live stream has some serious old school vibes to it.
Oh, does it?
Okay, so what is this one? Marie said, hey, Joe, is it bad if I'm drinking the element almost 24/7? No.
No.
Here's the thing. To me, people will ask me, like, why not just, like, take a lot of the tablets, which we do sometimes. We do the Redmond Relight tablets and we do the Keto Chow tablets. Why I like drinking it this way is I know I'm getting my fluid with it. So it's very difficult to overdo electrolytes if you're drinking fluids, especially on keto, because your body will flush out anything that you don't need. But if you're just, for example, taking capsules of potassium or tablets of sodium, or even putting a lot of salt on your food, but never drinking any kind of fluid, you could end up with too much because your body's going to get rid of the excess with water and by peeing it out.
I think some of it too is she may be asking because of people saying like, I'm only trying to keep it with meals. Is it bad? Is it going to stop my weight loss? Some people are very, very strict about their eating windows. Like that, I absolutely do not want anything with any flavor to cross over my lips more than 3 times a day.
Right.
So if that's not something that you think about or concerned about, like don't make yourself crazy. Like enjoy it, and you're doing a good thing.
What was that word that we learned about today? That you put it.
Oh, I did. Orthorexia.
Orthorexia.
Yes.
So this is where you get so fanatical.
Yeah.
About your eating lifestyle and being perfect 100% that it becomes an issue for you.
It's an eating disorder of like obsession over getting it right.
Yes. Specifically your diet.
Right.
Like saying like being carnivore and being so
like it's
fanatical.
You're never letting yourself.
You would literally stress yourself out if you found
garlic pepper.
You had some garlic somewhere.
Yeah.
And we can get that way. My view on electrolytes, and I told Anthony this when he was doing beef butter bacon and egg, and he was like, I'm gaining weight. I'm like, where's your electrolytes? He's like, I can't drink electrolytes unless they're sweet. And I'm like, then drink them.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And I'm like, the electrolytes are more important to get your electrolytes in. If drinking a sweetened electrolyte with stevia is stopping you from drinking Coke or Diet Coke or eating a candy bar,
that's huge.
Keep drinking it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's really
Use it
great.
as a bridge. Keep drinking it. I did not give up soda, and I still occasionally, we went out to dinner and I had a Diet Coke. I try to limit it to special occasions like that now and drink mostly seltzer water or my Relights and stuff. But I, for the first 3.5 years on keto, was like, I am not ever giving up diet soda. I've given up everything else.
Yes.
I'm not giving this up. I'm just not giving it up. But the diet soda is what stopped me from eating anything else. So that's my opinion. It may not be a popular opinion, but if drinking Redmond Relight, if drinking a Diet Coke stops you from going off of keto, then keep drinking Diet Coke.
Right.
With aspartame and all.
Yeah.
Okay. And then everybody can put the negative things about the aspartame in the chat in the comments down below. Let's see.
Debbie, Purple Lady.
Purple Lady.
How are you doing, girl?
Said, my sleep really stinks right now, but for good reason. My grandkids are keeping me busy early morning till bedtime for them, and then trying to do my regular work stuff early morning during naps and
I'm sorry, but not sorry, because that is so stinking exciting that your grandbabies are there and keeping you up. I know that's like a double full-time job right now, but like that is so precious. Give them a big hug for us.
Renee said, I skydived from a plane that had an instructor do the week before. Accidents happen. You got to live life.
Wow.
I'm assuming die.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious.
I'm assuming that's what.
Oh, that's horrible. And he says, I always heard it was rats, cockroaches, and Cher. I feel like she'll be there. Look at you turning red. That got him so tickled, Anthony.
Diana said, Rachel, I heard you say in another video that sweet electrolyte powder helped you transition off of diet soda. I'm doing the same thing, and it is helping.
It really, really helped me. And it
helps me right now.
The other side of it was when we started doing the carbonated, like the seltzer water that we make at home, and we put the Dr. Berry, like the daily mineral drops into that, because I still enjoyed bubbles.
Right.
I liked bubbles. And having like a mineral water, like what's the fancy one that I used to drink all the time before we started making
San Pellegrino.
San Pellegrino. When we were using San Pellegrino, I noticed it let me let go of soda. It really did help. It was like the other half of it. So like Electrolytes provided flavor drinks, and then the San Pellegrino gave me the bubbles. And then now we're making it, at the house by ourselves, and not like moonshine. It's just seltzer water.
Ever since doing our modification on the Soda Stream,
where
we have the big thing and it's like unlimited. We're not worried about using too much CO2 because it doesn't cost us $20 to fill up that little silly container.
It's helped.
We drink a lot of seltzer water, and we don't even drink Zevia. Like, we bought a bunch of Zevia months ago. We still have it.
We haven't.
I want to say we maybe drink 3 cans a week.
We usually wait. The kids will drink it with us, like John Paul and Michelle when they come over.
Yeah.
John likes the cream soda one, but that we don't drink it nearly like we did.
Yep. Angie said, I had VSG stomach surgery years ago, and my meals take an hour to eat with a break in the middle. Will this cause 2 insulin spikes, and is this an issue?
No, I wouldn't worry about that.
Is it going to cause 2 insulin spikes? No, because if you're eating over an hour, no. If you're worried about that kind of stuff, what you want to do is have an eating window.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you spike your insulin as many times as you want during that, and then you don't worry about it the rest of the time. We say eat 2 to 3 meals until you're comfortably satiated, no snacks in between. So if you can say, like somebody like me, Rachel and I are very different. Rachel
different.
Can eat 2,000 calories in less than an hour sitting down and be good. That same 2,000 calories from me, I need an hour or 2 hours to eat it.
What's wrong with
There's
Joe?
No difference.
What is wrong with this man? It's not me. Can't be me.
So I need longer to eat. So, OMAD doesn't have to be in a time. it's just one meal, but that one meal could take 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a race.
You know, and it's more important for you to get all of your nutrients in. That's one of the problems when you do have weight loss surgery and stomach surgeries and they make your stomach smaller. You can't eat as much, and therefore you can't absorb all of your nutrients. And so now what ends up happening, that's where your hair starts falling out and you have skin issues and things like that. So it's more important to get the nutrients, even if you have to take longer to eat them.
I'll tell you, talking back to what is my skin regimen, I'll tell you, the more protein that we incorporate, the better that my skin gets. It really has helped a lot.
Okay, Jerry said, did you guys get the Presto stuff? I thought I saw a video on that. I saw Serious Keto reviewed, so I ordered one today. Stuffed keto chopped basil with pepperoni and mozzarella cheese and rouse. Yeah, so we did get one. We made
it is amazing.
Stuffed.
Last night we had a stuffed.
Yeah, I'm working on some recipes for it. I really like it, but I'm trying to get just the right chaffle for it because
the batter consistency.
You want to get the batter consistency right and trying to time how long it takes, because the first one we made, it was good because we're doing dessert ones, but it wasn't cooked all the way through. So we're trying to find the right batter to really present it well.
Hey, batter.
But yeah, we really, really, really like it. It's a little bit of trial and error.
I'm enjoying the trial and error process because I have yet to have a bite that wasn't delicious.
We did vanilla keto chow chaffles stuffed with strawberries and cream cheese.
It was very good. It was a very good night.
Tina said, my son is really enjoying all the keto chow I gave him since I had a reaction to it. My Equip came in yesterday. Haven't tried it yet. Got chocolate and strawberry. We do have a discount code for Equip.
Yeah, and both of those are really good. I hope you really enjoyed those. That I felt like that was the best, most responsible beef sourced powder that we had found. We found it.
So let's see. Marie said, only place I'm getting my salt is from Keto Chow Redmond's when I get a sweet craving.
It's nice, right?
That is really good. Okay, you want to go over and do that? Let's go pick the winner for the Redmond.
Let's pick the winner.
Share screen.
Since we're talking about electrolytes, why not give some away? And you're going to do 3. You're going to do first the first place winner, and then we're going to do 2 of the multi-packs.
Yes.
So the first place winner is going to get a whole heaping honking mess of it, right? They're getting
even have.
Do you have enough to give 2? It was the grapefruit.
No.
Okay.
No.
Look at that face.
What are you talking? You want me to give away another one of my grapefruits?
What you talking about, Rachel? Okay.
We could. Or we can save it for another video. You ready?
Yeah.
Fetch.
Anything goes. You have to sing it with me. Ready? Anything goes.
I don't sing.
Come on.
No.
One
Nobody
time.
wants to hear me sing.
1, 2, 3. Anything goes.
You ready?
I love it.
Pick a winner. This is first place.
Heather Matisse. Girl, I love you, girl. I'm so excited. Something tropical or fruit punch was her comment.
That's going to be for a box. You want to do, I'll order more. You want to do another box?
Yes, I do.
You know, I got to order more. If they're sold out, I'm going to be very upset you're giving away my grapefruit.
I'm sorry.
You ready?
Very sorry.
Okay, so we're going to do another box of that.
All right.
Okay.
Heather won the first. Oh, wait. I didn't take a picture of it. Let me write this down.
Now.
Well, let me write it down here. Hold on, Nelly. Hold on. Heather. Okay, Matisse. All right. That's number 1.
Ready?
Okay.
Pick a winner.
Sheila Ruzi. Wow, the grapefruit sounds fantastic. Loved Rachel's reaction. Yes. Okay, now don't you move that. I got to write her name down. Sheila. And then
people are waiting.
I'm sorry, Ruzi.
Okay. So
yes.
That's the other
congratulations.
Now we have 2 of the 8-packs.
Okay.
Ready?
For the 8-packs.
Lisa McCoy.
And she says, great review. Thank you. I do have a question. How often do you need to have your electrolytes every day, or can you go every other day? Thank you in advance.
Go by yourself. Like, how do you feel? Like, I drink, no kidding, 3 or 4 a day. Sometimes more.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I drank 10 a day.
I would say I usually drink at least 3.
Although
3 is usually.
We were at the hotel at the dinner the other day, and we were next to a guy he's like a radiologist, and he saw me salting my food and then put a Relight into my drink. He's like, how much salt do you eat? I'm like, 10,000 milligrams a day. He's like, that is not healthy. I'm like, my salt levels are perfect.
I know.
He's like, how? I'm like, read the book, The Salt Fix. Ready? One more.
All right, here we go.
LF.
Oh, I love grapefruit and would love to try the Element. Well, LF, you're going to get some. So make sure that if you won tonight, that you send an email to joe@2krazyketos.com.
And make sure you put your screen name.
Yes.
Okay. If you don't put your screen name, I don't know who you are.
Who is LF?
Yeah.
Right? We'll have to have like a name and an address.
Okay. LaShawn is here.
Hey, LaShawn.
I'd like to try grape from Redmond.
Oh.
The pina colada is not good to me. I mix it with Ultimate Electrolytes to make it palatable.
Grape. But we're friends. We can't be drinking grape. We can't be on Joe's team for grape.
Gentry said, when you guys started keto and 2 Crazy Ketos, did you ever think you'd be where you are today? No. Okay, let's be honest. So we started keto. We didn't even think about doing a YouTube channel. So there are lots of YouTube channels that started after us, and they have 100,000 more subscribers.
Oh, they're amazing.
But they were fortunate enough to think about starting a YouTube channel before or when they started.
Right.
We lost all our weight by the time we started our channel. Starting the channel, we talked about before, it was a little bit of a joke for us. It was like, hey, what are you going to do? Let's start a YouTube channel. We didn't think it would ever grow. I didn't think anything of it. And now I think about, we were talking about this in Orlando, to share the stage with Dr. Berry blows my mind.
It really, to know him.
To know that we are friends with Dr. Berry and Nisha and people who, I remember the first time I met Dr. Berry, it was at KetoCon. We had 200 subscribers. And
we were so
I was
sweaty.
So nervous to even talk to him. I met him at a Redmond event. And again, he's the nicest guy ever.
Such a genuine person.
And he didn't know me as a YouTuber. We had 200 subscribers. There's lots of people start a YouTube channel with 200 subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't a YouTuber. We just happened to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous to even say hello to him. I remember Rachel like, don't bother him. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I was like,
so to think that we get to MC their event, that to think that we're going to speak at their event in September is amazing. To think that we're going to KetoCon, where this all started 3 years ago at KetoCon, and we're now going and speaking and helping to MC, that is mind-blowing to me.
To God be the glory.
Yeah. Let's see. The chat is jumping.
I love it.
Let's see. LaShawn said, if you use most lotions on the shelf of Bath & Body Works, it's a bunch of chemicals and junk in it. The best way to go is handmade small business, clean beauty, and green beauty. Yeah, and that's why even I get Rachel lotions once in a while at Bath & Body Works. She uses it very sparingly.
Yeah, it'll be there at the end of the year, I'm sure. But I do enjoy, like, there's a lot of different people, even if you're looking for soaps and all kinds of stuff, there's a lot of people locally, I find that they make candles and they make soap and all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Patty said, when you eat the proper human diet, you don't get sunburn. I'm a redhead who used to burn all the time. But since I changed my diet, I can be out in the sun all afternoon and never burn.
Will say that it is amazing to me that I never get burnt along my part lines anymore. Because here's the thing, I mean, whatever you're putting on your face, like you're protecting it to different degrees. But like when I'm out in the sun, like my part, you see how I have like a little hole right there? That thing used to always be burnt. Right. Pre-keto, always burnt. Yeah. And now it doesn't. It looks, I was always painfully aware of it because it would burn and then it would peel and then I looked like I had really bad dandruff.
Yeah. See, now Maitreya is in a unique situation. There's always... a small population where, like Dr. Berry said, there is a very small percentage of people who should take a statin. Not a lot, but there is that small percentage. Maitreya said, I eat ketogenic and I do get sunburn because the cancer treatments from over the years damage my melanin. So that's, if you have a problem with melanin, then now you have even more issues. So you have to worry about that kind of stuff. But the best thing to do is just covering up. Just cover
Oh,
up.
Wright family's here. Hey, Wright family. How is Elizabeth doing?
Let's see. LaShawn said, I drink a lot of seltzer water, but I do have soda now and again. I can't get with the diet sodas. They just give me the real
And just give me the real deal.
Sorry, this way, scrolling it this way is like really weird because you can't scroll it and see them at the same time.
Sandra, hi Sandra.
Sandra said, yes, I gave up cigarettes 25 years coming September 15th.
Wow.
I gave up carbs and sugar a year and a half ago. Never giving up my diet A&W root beer.
You know what? That's amazing. Congratulations on 25 years. What a beautiful, beautiful achievement.
Let's see. Alan said,
Hey,
soda
Alan.
is something every once in a great while. Coke Zero or Sprite
Coke Zero. I never was a diet Pepsi girl. I never was a Pepsi girl. You were ever, you know, they always had the cola wars, right? It was Pepsi versus Coke, and I was always on Team Coke. What were you on?
Team Coke.
The only time I ever drank Diet Pepsi is when we went to Kentucky Fried Chicken because they were Pepsi.
Okay. Van said, do people who don't tolerate dairy typically tolerate keto chow? Everybody is different.
Yeah.
So again, we are not doctors, nurses, or health professionals, but I will tell you, Dr. Sivis put a great video up last week about dairy. And that if you have not had dairy for a long time, you may have issues with it, but you can rebuild your tolerance to dairy. It's not that most people, again, this is not a 100% statement, but most people who think that they have a dairy problem really don't have a dairy problem. It's just that they don't have the proper enzymes for it anymore because they haven't been having dairy. So you can build that back up. So I've never really given up dairy. So I'm pretty good with dairy. I'm not as good with heavy whipping cream, but I think it's just because of the way it is, because I'm good with it in a cooked thing, just not drinking it. So for me, it's a tremendous amount of fat and a small amount with the carbs and everything else. But a lot of people who have problems with dairy are okay with butter. And even if they're people who are not okay with butter are fine with ghee because you've removed all the milk proteins. But keto chow is a milk protein. So if you have a dairy allergy, it could be an issue. It depends on what you're allergic to in dairy. Pick a winner. Electrolytes, please. Marie said, the only time I've ever added a sweetener of any kind was when I made the protein sparing modified fast bread. If I can avoid adding a sweetener, I love red bean salt, but I'm finding I crave the element.
They have delicious flavors. They really do. Hi, Jen. So
LaShawn said, I love keto chow, but it causes me constipation. Maybe my scalp acting up again, so I'm laying off for a while. Maybe it's just an iced coffee or a little pudding.
That's a good, it's good to experiment with yourself.
Experiencing constipation on keto, take a look at your salt and fat intake. Increase fat, increase salt. That will usually fix constipation.
Usually, a little bit extra fat.
You're not really constipated unless I think it's actually like medically 3 days.
We're so used to going to the bathroom multiple times a day. I can remember my mom's like, you're supposed to.
Renee said, add a splash of lime juice to Element Watermelon. It's perfection.
Okay, I'm doing that when we get home.
Or you can just buy Redmond Watermelon Lime.
Oh, true. But I would like to try that, though. Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie.
Blue Dove said, don't look now, Rachel, but you're wearing a grape tie-dye.
You're so right. It's a cover-up that I got at the thrift store because I cannot believe that I was so uncouth. We actually went out to dinner because I thought we might be going to the water park today, but we just didn't get in here in time, and we were having so many internet issues. But yes, I'm wearing my bathing suit, and this is just a cover-up, and I went to dinner like this. I am still wearing water shoes. I wore water shoes to a Brazilian steakhouse. How uncouth is this?
Defense was a Team Pepsi. They were the first sponsor, and I loved Diet Pepsi even back when I was 20 years old over regular sugar filled.
How sweet. Oh, there's Caleb calling. Where are you, Mom and Dad? He knows, but he's forgotten.
I just actually found out, I did not know this. It kind of disappointed me, but I'm still going to buy it. And that is that Pepsi actually owns high-low chips.
High-low. I did not know that.
I didn't know that, but so it's like, part
Chips
of me,
are still
like, I
good.
don't want to support Pepsi, but those high-low chips are really good. And you know what? They're a good quality ingredient with good quality product with good ingredients. So
I am not opposed to any company cleaning up stuff.
Right.
I'm totally on board for that.
Let's see.
Heather. Hey, beautiful Heather.
See, Juju said medical constipation is actually like one time in a week.
And for 1 to 2 times a week.
1 to 2 times a week is considered normal.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, beautiful Heather.
Okay. Robin said it's not uncouth, Rachel. This is Florida.
Good. Thank you.
People would wear that to a 5-star restaurant down here anyway.
It was like, but as we got in, I thought, I should be ashamed. And if my grandmother saw me walking in this place with my bathing suit hanging out the front like this, and I mean, at least it's a decently long, so I'm not
It
showing.
looks like a dress.
It does look like a dress. I'm not showing all my business. That, we don't want to do that, but I still thought you should at least be a little ashamed.
Okay, we are going to get off. And
go see what the pool's like.
Go down and take a look at the pool.
It's still open.
Turn that off. Back to hide messages. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get off. We thank everybody for joining with us. We are going to be doing Keto on the Couch on Monday. The plan is live.
Yeah.
So we're getting back to camping. Finally. We haven't been camping.
Can't wait to have more camping videos out on Two Crazy Campers with a K.
So we're going to get back to camping. We're supposed to go on Monday. I think we're going to try to go up on Sunday because I don't want to deal with Memorial Day traffic.
Right.
But we do not know what the internet situation is like at the place that we are going, which is in Kissimmee. It's actually about an hour south of here. But it's a state park. So we're really excited about going to a state park. We love going to state parks. Plus, it's really cheap. Like, it's $18 a night.
Woohoo!
So the plan is to do it live, but if we get up there, if we go up on Sunday and we get up there and the internet's bad, we're going to quickly pre-record it, find someplace, upload it, and then we'll be live in the chat. But if we have good internet, we're going to do it live there. Or if we decide not to go up on Sunday, we will do it live and then go camping. So, but there will be something.
We're going to make Keto on the Couch happen
on Monday because we have not missed one yet. So we appreciate everybody for joining us. So don't forget about Keto on the Couch. And then next Wednesday, we will not be doing the book study.
It'll be the next week.
It's going to be the week after because we're going camping.
Yeah.
And I don't want Rachel to have to work on the book study while we're camping. I want her to relax.
Paddle the canoe.
Paddle the canoe. Oh, and we're bringing Tabitha for this one.
I know.
We're bringing Tabitha camping.
Yes.
So that should be interesting.
Y'all pray.
It's a giant horse. Have a great night, guys.
We love you.